Welcome folks to a Formula 1 video. I'm SamuraiT-X, and with the Mexican Grand Prix on this weekend I decided to do another Formula 1 video. So we're going to do a track that is officially off the calendar since 2006, after the 2006 season anyway, and that's Imola. Oh look, it's already on there. So yeah, we're going to pick our driver, and we're going to pick the Red Bull team and be David Coulthard. I guess we need a challenge and be a midfield team, not a competitive one. And we're going to keep the difficulty the same, and the race options we're going to also keep the same. Yep, I'm happy with that. So without further ado, let's start our Grand Prix weekend. Now let me give you some knowledge. So the San Marino Grand Prix is one of the faster tracks of the calendar in 2006. But San Marino also had some dark history with 1994, you know, the death of Ayrton Senna after he went off in, I think the corner is Tamburello, which is turn 4 right now. But yeah, the rest is history, because safety has improved in Formula 1 since Senna's death. And it's a very good thing that safety has improved despite what happened in 94. Jules Bianchi did die 20 years later, but apart from that, there hasn't really been Formula 1 casualties. But 1994 was really a dark year of Formula 1, which is kind of sad. But yeah, onto the positives, because this is really a very good track, and I'm kind of sad that it's gone off the calendar. This track does have 17 chicanes, and it's going to be a very challenging one, considering I've not raced on it for 10 years, because this game came out in 2007, so 10 years was the last time I raced on this track. So without further ado, enough talking from me. I'm going to give it over to James Allen, as he's going to talk about the qualifying session. Take it away, James.
Welcome to qualifying at the legendary San Marino circuit. Session 1, the first knockout session, is upon us, so without further delay, let's see who survives the first chop and who's relegated to the back of the grid. We have Scott Speed leaving the pit lane first as Session 1 begins.
Thank you, James. So, this circuit is also named after Enzo Ferrari. There's a known trivia for you there. So yeah, this track ended its affiliation with F1 after the 2006 season, and Michael Schumacher was the winner of that race, qualifying pole and finishing pole position. So we're going to go out with David Coulthard here, and we've made it from turns 2 and 3 already, and we've entered Tamburello. And now we're going to go to turns 5 and 6, which are called Villeneuve, actually. They're named after Villeneuve. I think it's Gilles Villeneuve that they're named after, not Jacques. And now we're going to turn 7, which is the Tulsa chicane. Gonna have to be a bit more careful because I am rusty, so yeah, this ain't really a banker lap. And turn 8 is going to be called the Piratella, sorry, not Pitarella. Piratella. So this is turn 8. And then we're going to go to turns 9 and 10 next in Milarali. I think that's the name of it anyway, the Milarali chicane. Then turns 11 and 12 will be next, and you got to be careful with turns this turn 11 and 12, because if you kiss the curb too much you're going to go for a spin. So yeah, do keep that in mind. So yeah, I did touch the curb and I did lose a lot of speed coming out of that corner. I need to stop kissing the curb, but this is only really a practice run for me, considering I've not done this track in a very long time. And now we've entered Rivazza, which is turn 14 and 15, and then we're going to enter the Variante Bassa, which is the last 2 chicanes, and we're going to take this carefully, and it gives us second place, 125.074. But we're obviously going to go out again, and I don't know what I was doing there. I ran wide, but suppose that it's the rust. Even I ran wide again, so I'm going to abandon the lap and then go out again because I'm 15th, and I'm not satisfied with that lap because I'm in the cusp. My teammate is 16th and I'm 15th, so this is pretty bad for Red Bull so far. But let's hope to redeem ourselves. It has been a very long time since I was on this track, so yeah, I am making so much errors already. So here we go. Again, we're going for our run as we going to enter turns 3 and 4 of Tamburello. And now we're going to go to the Villeneuve chicane. It's a very challenging one. You have to brake and be on, I think, the 3rd gear before entering that chicane. And then the next we're going to enter turn 7. We're going to have to be on 4th gear, or we can be on 5th gear to risk it, but I choose to be on 4th gear, considering it's my first time around this track in a decade. And again, you got to be careful with the way you brake, otherwise you're going to get some wheel spin and pretty much damage your tyres and make the grip go very quickly. So you're going to have to be very careful here. Try not to kiss the curb too much with a lot of speed. If you carry too much speed and you kiss the curbs, you're going for a spin, like I said. But good thing I did not carry that much speed around that corner. And this lap is much better than my first one anyway. I'm kind of happy that it's been a much cleaner lap. I've decided to focus much better. Massa sets the fastest time with a 1:22.485. It's the fastest of the session. And we've posted a lap and we're 14th. Again, I'm not happy with this lap, so we're going to go for one more lap. And then if we don't make it out the session, then that's about it really. But let's go through chicane 2 and 3, and then well, we entered chicanes 2, 3 and 4, sorry. This is chicane 5 and 6, which is the Villeneuve chicane. We're already 4 attempts up on our first sector, so I'm relatively happy with the start I've made so far. Gonna slowly brake. Oh, made a bit of a wheel spin there. Jesus, I'm really recklessly attacking the curbs. I really need to stop attacking those curbs because I'm gonna make a very big mistake and damage my car. And if I do damage my car, it's not gonna. It's gonna take some time to repair it, and then that's my qualifying session over. James Allen said someone completed a fast lap, but I was talking over him, so sorry about that. And we're nearly 2 attempts up on the second sector, and that's where I normally lose time, so I'm pretty happy with this. And this time we did not attack the curbs aggressively, and that was a very good exit heading out of the turns 11 and 12. And then we're entering chicanes 14 and 15 here. That was a clean exit. I like to think it was clean, but this lap isn't going to be the fastest lap because, well, it's not, because I didn't really do the best lap, but it's going to be at least 7 attempts off, and it is. And I agree with James Allen. So yeah, I'm happy with 5th place, so I'm going to return to my garage, and I think that's enough for me to qualify because I'm in 8th place now. So what I'm going to do is end the session. And let's see who is eliminated. Take it away, James.
We'll continue in a few moments with the second knockout session, where we'll decide grid positions 16 to 11.
And my teammate is eliminated. He's 18th, so that means Tiago Montero qualified. As you can see, he's not there. And Scott Speed's, well, Scott Speed's just Scott Speed. Anyway, let's take it away, James, again with qualifying session number 2.
There were 22, there are now 16. After this session finishes, we'll be down to just 10 for the shootout round. Let's reset the clocks and see who makes the cut. Jacques Villeneuve is leaving the pit lane as session 2 gets the green light.
Again, thank you, James, for that. Now, Jacques Villeneuve is out, and again, we're going to probably go out. So here we go. DC has come out, and now he's ready to start his first lap of the second session. So now we've entered turn 2 and 3 already. Actually, no, that's turn 3, right? No, that was turn 4 actually, Tamburello. This is turn 5 and 6. I keep getting them mixed up. Sorry about that. I'm so bad at keeping my turns. This is turn 7. I'm gonna try. We did not really make that clean. We made it look a bit messy. Again, this is really me just being rusty at this track. But I'll be relatively happy if I qualify for Q3, considering I'm in the Red Bull. And this is a midfield car, so yeah, my aim is to qualify in Q3. And there we go, we've broke and we've touched the curb there. And we're doing pretty good with 49.5, that's relatively good. And yeah, we've kissed the curb too much, and oh, yeah, there goes our tyre. We have lost the car, and we've hobbled back in the pit lane thanks to that, and we only have 5 minutes left, and we've gone out. Now we've only got 4 minutes left, so that's put extra pressure on us after that mistake. It took us 10 minutes to build the car. That was really bad. Good thing I returned to garage and made Coulthard hobble to the pit lane slowly back himself. Because if I had to do it, then that would be terrible. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. It's at 18.2. That's pretty quick. We got new tyres, so that's very good. And the team took 10 minutes to fix the car. Let's see how it goes. And so far it's going very good. That is what I mean. When you kiss the curb way too much, you are going to spin. Because when you go off track in turns 11 and 12, there's a wall there and you're just going to smash it. And I smashed that wall. I've got to be more and more careful the more I attack that corner. Because, I should say that chicane. Because if I kiss the curb too much during the race, I'm not going to get any luck with it. So yeah, we took a cautious approach this time, instead of just taking too much speed. We was in the 6th gear when we were doing that earlier, so that was pretty disappointing that we entered 6th gear during that whole chicane. And the entire speed took the momentum out of the car, made it go for a spin. So that was terrible. But this lap is so much better from DC. Let's see what he does as he's about to go for the final 2 chicanes. And that's actually pole position for David Coulthard. 122.269. It's the fastest lap of both qualifying sessions. And David Coulthard is relatively happy with that. So I'm going to give it back to James Allen as he's going to tell you who's been eliminated. So take it away, James.
We'll continue with session 3 of qualifying in a few moments.
So that's Nico Rosberg, Trulli, Schumacher, Webber, Montero and Jack Villeneuve. So Thiago Montero started ahead of Jack Villeneuve. My goodness. We're going to start with Q3.
The final shootout session is about to get underway. We've reset the clocks for the final time. This session will determine the order of the top 10 for tomorrow's race. This is the final battle for pole position. We have Juan Pablo Montoya leaving the pit lane, signalling the start of the 3rd session.
Thank you, James. Now, yeah, Montoya is surprisingly out first, but this is where you're going to have qualifying fuel in your car, so your lap's going to be much slower than what it is in the first 2 qualifying sessions. So yeah, what we're going to do is prepare our strategy. Lap 6 of 13, that's very early. We're going to go a lap longer, so lap 7 will be our pit stop in the next on the race day. So yeah, I'm going to plan on trying to get a good position by qualifying at least 7th. That's my main goal, at least 6th to 7th place. It's a big ask considering I'm Red Bull, and it's only their 2nd year in Formula 1 with this game. 2005 was their first after they took over Jaguar. But yeah, that's your history lesson there. Red Bull took over Jaguar and prepared themselves for the 2005 season, and Christian Klein and David Coulthard were their driver lineup, with Tonio Liuzzi also being part of the drivers lineup in 2005 season, and then 2006 was Coulthard and Klein throughout the entire season, and then 2007 and 8 was David Coulthard and Mark Webber. But yeah, as I'm going to give you a history lesson as we watch myself go around the track. So San Marino was first held in 1981. And it hosted 26 races. Michael Schumacher has the most wins with 7 around this track, with Williams and Ferrari being the most winning constructors with 8. So the first race in 1981 was won by Nelson Piquet. Yes, Nelson Piquet Sr., not Jr. And Riccardo Patrese came 2nd, with Carlos Reutemann coming 3rd. So the Brabham of Nelson Piquet came first, and we just made a mistake heading into exiting the 11th and 12th chicane. So yeah, there's your thing. This was San Marino did host the 1980 Italian Grand Prix. I guess San Marino is near Italy, so yeah, it hosted the 1980 Italian Grand Prix before it actually got its own name. But technically speaking, when San Marino was on the race calendar, technically Italy had 2 races. One at Imola and one at Monza, of course. But yeah, no regrets that they changed the Italian Grand Prix to Monza later on, because Monza's a bloody brilliant track. So yeah, I'm glad I gave you that history lesson with Michael Schumacher winning the most with 7, and Williams and Ferrari with 8 wins, and fastest lap on this track actually. Let me talk about it again. The fastest lap around this track is again Michael Schumacher. The fastest lap, yeah, Michael Schumacher was the last fastest lap of 122.795. But let's see. I think the fastest lap on this track is actually Michael Schumacher. also. So let me see. I might be wrong, but I think Michael Schumacher also holds the fastest lap of the San Marino Grand Prix. I think that the fastest lap he did in 2006 turns out to be the fastest lap of the calendar. But yeah, it's a much better lap here with David Coulthard, as we are now going back on topic with the lap, and we did go off there, but don't worry too much about that. This ain't really our final lap. I'm probably going to go for another lap because I'm only putting the lap in because as my first lap was invalidated. So we are well off the pace. We are 2 seconds off the pace from Michael Schumacher's pole time. And as James Allen says, David Coulthard can do better than that. We are going to do better than that. So we go through turns 1 and 2, and then turns 2 and 3, sorry, and then we exit Tamburello, which is turn 4 here, and now we're going to go into the Villeneuve turn, which is turns 5 and 6, sorry. And we're 2 tenths up on our first sector, which is pretty good. So at least we're seeing some positive delta, you know, with being faster than usual. So yeah, it's a very good lap here. And now we're exiting turn that was turn 7. No, yeah, turn 7. This is turn 8. Actually, no, this is turn 9 and 10. We exited turn 8 earlier. So we're going to enter the 11th, 12th chicane. I do apologise for being a bit slow on my chicanes, but it has been a while since I last raced on this track. So yeah, I'm trying to pick up my knowledge on this track and this game again. It is really hard to know every name of turning, and sometimes when you're live commentating like I am, sometimes you get it wrong. So that's happening to me very often. So yeah, I do apologise if I get it wrong, but I'm glad to share my knowledge. Apart from that, and David Coulthard's about to finish his lap, and it's only 4 tenths of Michael Schumacher. That's P6. Amazing stuff by DC to put in that lap. So he's well up, and we're going to be satisfied with that, and we're going to end the session, because I think that's all we can do with this car, because we're too slow, to be honest with you. Even if I do empty out the fuel, I'm still going to be slow, so yeah, I'm going to stay in the pit lane, and I'm 7th place currently, so we're going to end the session.
So there we have it, from 10th to pole, the grid order looks like this. Great qualifying session, I've really enjoyed it, and I'm sure you have too. Looking at the grid lineup, there seems to be a number of intriguing battles waiting to be resolved on race day. We look forward to sharing it with you. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, James. And does that surprise you that Michael Schumacher is the one on pole position in the San Marino Grand Prix? Because to me, it does not. This was Michael Schumacher's favourite track. He just dominated on this track. So Michael Schumacher's first, with Fernando Alonso 1 tenth slower, then Fisichella 3rd, Barrichello's 4th, with Montoya 5th and Raikkonen 6th. David Coulthard got 7th. I'm relatively happy with 7th place. Massa 8th, Button 9th, and Nick Heidfeld 10th. So we outqualified a Ferrari and a Honda and a BMW Sauber, who's much faster than the Red Bull in this game. But wow, we outqualified a Ferrari. That is actually a surprise in itself, considering Massa was... I think Massa did post the fastest time in Q1, which he did with the 1:22. I posted the fastest lap in Q2, so I'm pretty relatively happy that I've outqualified Felipe Massa. I don't expect to be in front of him throughout the entire race. Maybe I will be, depending on my starts. But I'm not going to be... I hope I'm going to be competitive this week and actually score some points. So the grid order is Michael Schumacher 1st, Alonso 2nd, Fisichella 3rd, Barrichello 4th, Montoya 5th, Kimi Raikkonen 6th, David Coulthard 7th, Massa 8th, Button 9th, Heidfeld 10th. And surprisingly, I set the fastest lap of the session period with 1:22.269 with Massa 2nd. Funny how we become the fastest 2 drivers and we're sharing a grid slot together, the 4th row of the grid. I'm relatively happy that I got through Q3 and actually start 7th. And my strategy is going to be quite heavily fueled compared to the others. Some people are light fueled, but I'm going to be heavily fueled, so I'm going to have to be very careful and try and be clean. So a very good session. Rosberg, Trulli, Schumacher, Ralf Schumacher, Mark Webber 14th, Thiago Montero a very good 15th, Jack Villeneuve will be disappointed with 16th, Scott Speed 17th, Clean 18th, that's a disappointment for him. And then Liuzzi 19th, Sato 20th, 21st was Albers and Ide's last, or was it the other way around? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for the race tomorrow because this is going to be my first time racing around this track in 10 years. But on to the preview of the Mexican Grand Prix. qualifying. So Lewis Hamilton needs to finish 5th to win the World Championship. So I don't think he's going to want to finish 5th. He says he wants to win, and I can't blame him. Mercedes are always competitive around here, and so are Ferrari race pace-wise. So I'm going to hope that Ferrari do take pole position just to actually make it competitive. But if they don't, then I hope they win the race. So either way, I'm probably going to pick Lewis Hamilton for first place because he's just a qualifying master, it seems. And then Vettel second, and then probably Valtteri Bottas or Raikkonen third and fourth. Or maybe the Red Bulls will be third and fourth because they're competitive too. So yeah, the Red Bulls have really improved throughout the season. So that's really good to see. But yeah, we're going to go with Lewis Hamilton first, Vettel second, and Raikkonen third. So this is it for my qualifying session at San Marino, and this is SamuraiT-X signing out. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video for the race. Take care, everybody.